Hey guys, Seafood Les Clements here, Black Dragon Kung Fu. Thanks for watching. So this video I'm going to talk about a very special weapon. But before I do that, I'm going to say something for about a minute, maybe a little more, so bear with me. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video, because you're going to want to see this. Alright, so self-defense. All self-defense, any situation, anywhere, anytime, anything bad that could happen, boils down to thinking ahead and boils down to choices, okay? So as I said before, we can talk about what to do if an opponent throws a punch at you. Okay, you gotta put your hands up, you gotta move, you gotta do this or that. Sure. Once again though, Shaolin Kung Fu is based on pre-fight adjustment. Understanding the situation for what it really is. If you are face to face with an opponent that wants to hurt you, you have to start to understand why you are in this position. Okay? Were you in the right place at the right time in the middle of the day, doing everything right, lots of witnesses around, and someone comes up? Okay, sure. Because that was a good choice of places to be. Places that are not notorious for violent things happening. Or are you randomly having fun, ending up in places and finding out what it's about? So if you end up face to face with someone that wants to hurt you, chances are a better choice could have been made. So self-defense is about choices. Regardless, it's all about choices and self-discipline. Understanding, thinking ahead. So if you go out to a place and you witness behavior that is very pre-fight behavior, people are provocative, antagonistic, and no one else in there seems to care, get out. If you go out to have a good time, here's how you know if you're conscious. If you see someone act like a real jerk to someone else, someone that you know, and they're acting like that and you don't care, this is not self-defense. Here's why. Okay, you let your friend act like that, talk like that, they bite off more than they can chew. Next thing you know, someone with alcohol is beating the crap out of your friend. Yeah, the cops are coming, the bar knows there's a big commotion, they're on the way, but damage is being done because of a choice. So, this is self-defense. If your friend's acting up, mouthing off to somebody, hey, knock it off, man. Come on, what are you doing? You're gonna get us in trouble. If this person refuses to understand for whatever reason, this shouldn't be a friend anymore. So self-defense has a lot to do, a lot more to do with your environment, who you're surrounding yourself with, how much you think ahead, right? You don't want to find out that you made a bad mistake when you're face to face with someone who wants their respect back now after you insult them and they're ready to throw. Cops aren't anywhere around, it's going to take a while, somebody's got to call in the meantime. Might not be good. So my point, I say all that to say this. Self-defense is serious. So if you don't feel like you're behaving in a way that is conducive to preserving harmony, that is a huge key. Now, if you are right on point, you're cordial, you're courteous, everything's good, you have an awareness, now you're talking about someone randomly jumping on you out in the open, or breaking into your house, or in the parking lot of a grocery store, also out in the open. So when you remove your place from dangerous places as a result of better choices, your chances of getting into a fight go way down. Now, we'll get to this weapon that I'm talking about. Ooh, look at them. Love these things. Gotta love the Ime piercers, also called judge's pins. Now, they're not reflective in a mirror finish. They're not polished like that, and they're round, so it doesn't matter. So we don't have the advantage of looking over our shoulders like we would with a big, wide Shaolin butterfly swords, right? or the fan, the spines on the fan. But we do have the advantage of two ends that are equal. So in the Filipino martial arts, if we pretend that this is a knife, we have the handle and we have the blade. This position in Kali is called saksak, okay? Forward, regular standard position with a knife, okay? The reverse grip in Filipino and Kali we call pakal, right? Now these same techniques are all in Shaolin Kung Fu. The beautiful thing about these pins is that we have equal ends. We have four ends. I can punch, I can jab, right? I can flower, I can spin, I can twist, I can hit, I can grab, lock, choke, throw. Okay, you guys that practice Kali, do Mog, okay? Locking. So the judges' pins is another name. Yimei piercers coming from Yimei Mountain in China. So the original Yimei piercers had razor sharp points on the tip. These, if you can see, are pretty dull, but they don't need to be sharp. One hit right here. Now, I like this weapon for self-defense. Competition, don't think about it like that. So when I talk about gripping clothing, like you judo and jujitsu practitioners, you grabbing that gi, or which means you're grabbing a jacket on the street or a t-shirt. If you grab with this, you have a tremendous advantage. You grab a lapel, a strong shirt by the collar, twist it up, you have a choke. You drop this baby over behind and pull down, you've got a lot of leverage. You could do that without these, of course. It's just an advantage, right? It's just an aid to assist you in self-defense. Yimei piercers. You can punch, you can jab, you can strike, and you can hit so many different ways. You can flower, you can overhand strike, the flower. As I spin, I can keep them stationary here and hit this way, or I can spin the flower and hit here, 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 down. So you're constantly working these motions. It's deflection. Figure eight. All day. Snake. You have to just understand how to keep the hands working together. Okay? So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate these weapons a very good weapon. I don't use a number. Sorry. Shouldn't have said scale of 10. But what I mean by this is it's a great weapon, but it's only as good as the wielder. So understand, the Yimei judges' pins are excellent. Deployment is not a problem as much. If you carry a gun, you're going to have it where you can get to it right away. Not every assailant carries a gun. If you ever run into someone who carries a gun, give them what they want. Don't even think about it. You will probably live. Give them what they want. Not every assailant carries a gun, as I said, though. And if the assailant doesn't have a gun, you can have these. They fit together just like this. You can walk out or wherever you're going with them just like this. Have them hidden in your pocket. Have your keys in the other hand, no problem. Nothing happens, fine. Someone shows up. What's up, man? How can I help you? So I tell you what, there's no feeling like this when there's someone that's very shady in the dark walking up on you and you have these in your hands. Hey, what's up, man? How can I help you? What can I do for you? See? Deployment. No matter what type of weapon you choose to carry, if you concealed carry, check with your state and the laws there. Deployment is what it all boils down to. How fast can you get to it? How fast can you get to these? Well, if you walk out of where you're going with them like this, concealed in your pocket, with your keys in hand, which you always have, which is what I teach in women's self-defense, always have your keys in your hand. When you're ready to go, the last thing you want is to be fumbling through your pockets with your purse, whatever, looking for your keys. You get blindsided like that. people that are up to no good are looking for those types of targets. Versus an aware opponent who's coming out, keys in hand, looking left to right, whatever weapon they have, that hand is right there, can touch it. Okay, here it is. Can't even see it, can't even tell. Now if I move my hand, it's gonna stick out. See, that's the concealment. You have to get good at concealing arms. And when you get good enough, you don't even have to have an arm. All you do is turn to the side and stick that hand back. And it looks like you are ready to deploy something. This can deter a lot of people because anyone in their right mind doesn't want to take the chance that there isn't a firearm there. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But this is why we practice self-defense, because we don't know and we want to survive. So, if you found this video on the judge's pin or Yimei piercers, the Chinese Kung Fu weapon from Yimei Mountain, informative, click the like button. Even better, subscribe. And Patreon, we really appreciate you there. Anything helps. Any pledge that goes out goes to the channel. I got another channel I'm building. I'm gonna put it out soon for women's self-defense. If you find this effective, keep it up. Let's do it. All right, have a good one. Sifu Les Clemens out.